Got himself a minibus to turn it into a house. Come along for the ride, it will be an adventure. Cause he's not sure yet how to turn a minibus into a house. Got some new files for filing, rounding stuff off, finishing stuff off all nice, which isn't really my forte, so I thought I'd have a nod at it. A couple of new tape measures. You can never have too many tape measures. Measure twice, cut once. No. Measure once. No. Measure once, cut government funding at all costs. Oh, bit of politics. Measure twice, cut the shit and get on with it. So here's fun. I've cut a hole in that to get my little spot lamp in, and it fits in, but the smallest hole cutter I had is a little bit too big. So now, where it wants to just sort of sit where the screws can go through into the cladding, it can't do it. So I'm going to have to cut off a bit of this, sort of wedge it up inside, and then I think screw into that. We live and learn. And then just a real quick physics lesson. So screws in at the edges like that and goes into the hole, but this sits in the hole, so that can't, that's always going to be, hang on, unless I screw into that first and then sort of wedge it up in there. Oh, that could be a thing. I'm just going to screw it in through one and then like make another hole, because you know, you make your own luck, don't you, in this world. So what's happened is that still didn't work, whatever I just tried, whatever I've just shown you. And what I was going to do is screw a bit of plywood to the top of the light fixture and then sort of scooch it up into the cladding, and then I can fix that side to the bottom of the cladding, and that side I can sort of fix through somehow. But in my exuberance and messing with it, the little bit that was soldered onto the switch just popped off the solder. And I don't have a soldering iron here. So I'm going to pop this lamp down. I'm going to take one of the other ones that's for another place. I'm going to try and fix that into there. And then I'm going to probably go and get the right size core bit to drill the right size hole in the ceiling, because once again I have charged on using the incorrect tool. So I wonder how many more times I'm going to teach myself that lesson. It's a wonder I've not finished this project yet. So, right tools for the job. I'm off to do some soldering. Summertime and living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Well, your daddy's rich and your mama's good luck. Oh, that's rubbish. I mean, it works, but that's not gonna last, is it? Still, at least it's taken me most of the morning. It's so close. One spot lamp. One. Attempt number 2 has been considerably better. First of all, have the right size circle bit. So that cut it all nice, and then there's this little switch on the edge. But I bought some files today, so I've used this little box file. Just to get a nice hole for the switch to sit in. And then try and get these nice and straight. And then that just sits in all nice. That's a much better finish. today my plan is to make a box to put my toilet in. So I'm going to have a shower cubicle, and on the floor I'm going to have like a box that my toilet slides into and slides out. And I'm going to use this phenolic ply that I used to put the subfloor down, because I got loads left and I think I can make a box out of it. I'm going to be using this little thing, which is like a pocket screw hole driller thing. So you can drill, screw, put a board in and put holes in it, so you can fix it to another board. You'll see how it's all over the YouTube, but I've never used one of these before, so it's new and exciting. Phenolic ply, pocket hole screw thing, toilet box. That's the plan. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's never sat right with me, you know, because every single box of chocolates I've ever tried, there's always a card right at the top, or even on the inside of the box, says exactly what it is, and it's really easy to match one for the other. So I get it if you're blind, but I think they're in Braille as well. So life is like a box of chocolates. Read the card, and you'll definitely know what you're going to get. Or you just go in like blindly, like roulette. Anyway, toilet box. Yo, so I've been kicking around in the summertime in a big van with my best lady, smoking the hay cause I'm papers and hay is really good weed. Just drinking and singing the whole summer long with love and a whole lack of greed. Just like Parappa the rapper presenting a cracker will excite you and make you believe. Every syllable dropped in with the verbal dexterity of a man like Clayton B. Maybe simile without substance, like a squirrel who's just burned his favourite Nikes. In the summertime, when the living is easy, gotta get a jigsaw. Fish and champagne, and the cotton is high. Probably worth mentioning this bit of kit now. This is the old Black & Decker Workmate, straight out of 1986. This belongs to my dad, the old Black & Decker Workmate. Don't stand on it. Do that with it. Don't do, definitely don't do that. Whatever that is. Turn it that way. Don't do that. Whatever that is. And 160 kilograms. So that's what it'll take. Little ruler on there. I think my dad did some DIY with that sometime in the 80s. Didn't you, Dad? Well, your daddy's rich, trust fund, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. I'll tell you why. So I've used the pocket screw clamp device thing to make these little holes like this. So it kind of goes in, then you put the other bit of wood against there, screw it into it. I think that's going to make a nice solid connection. Let's crack on. Fucking incredible, you're alive, not alone in a sea of energy. Now breathe. I'm here to give you the love that I give to a girl who's already 3 cats deep. But you're here for a purpose, you're part of the whole interconnectedness that runs through the soul of every living thing, plant, animal, tree, and you and me. But I'm the guy at the doors of the supermarket, opening them up like I was a Jedi. What droids, mate? I ain't seen no droids. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish and champagne, and the car is... Oh, that fits pretty well. So, fixings, siliconings. Finish with that for the time being. So that's where the toilet's going to live, in there. Siliconed to within an inch of his life, silicone everywhere, quite square. A little bit on the piss for them. Yeah, so am I. That's where that's going to live, and then like the shower tray will be here. I mean, not here, obviously it'll be inside the van, but this is where the shower tray will be, and then the shower sort of come up there. Then when you want to use the toilet, just pull that out into the shower tray. Just gonna eat this thing. Cause my name's Spider. Steve and I'm Spider. My name is Steven. I am a spider. I've caught a crane fly in my web. I'm going to wrap it. And then I'm going to eat it. Oh, I'm going to take it up here instead. Oh, I think I'm being watched. So that's little Steven. Go on, Stevie. God, it's fascinating, isn't it? That's it. Get him out, mate. Come on, Steve. It's just really watchable. That's probably going to do for this week's episode. I think I'll just end with Steven. Have I got as much done as I wanted to? Perhaps not. Am I going to keep going? Yes, of course. Will Steven still be here next week? Go on, Steven! I guess you'll just have to tune in and find out. I think that'll do for this week. I'll try and get some more done next week. I'm going to have to enlist more help again, I think, aren't I? Bye. Got himself a minibus to turn it into a house. Come along for the ride, it will be an adventure. Cause he's not sure yet how to turn a minibus into a house.